Have you ever been overwhelmed but not quite sure what you're feeling? You're not alone. And that's where the feelings wheel comes in, because identifying and understanding our emotions are the first step in managing them. So today I'm going to introduce the feelings wheel, what it is, how to use it, and how to make it work for you. So let's get started. Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Missy Kleins, and welcome to Big Feelings, a series where we explore all things feelings using the feelings wheel. And since identifying our feelings is the first step in managing them, that's what makes the feelings wheel so important. So let's learn what it is. What is a feelings wheel? It's a visual tool that organizes emotions into categories, helping you identify exactly what you're feeling. It's like a roadmap for your emotions. Where did the feelings wheel come from? So Robert Plutchik's wheel of emotions actually looks more like a flower. He identified anger, anticipation, joy, trust, fear, surprise, sadness, and disgust as the primary emotions. As you move towards the middle, those become more intense versions, and on the outside are the more mild versions of those emotions. Gloria Willcox's feelings wheel looks similar to the one that I use. She identified 6 main emotions: sad, mad, scared, joyful, powerful, and peaceful. And as you move towards the middle layer, those core emotions are broken down into more specific feelings. And on the outside, they're even more specific to help you name your feeling. So who is the feelings wheel for? It's for everyone. Those who want to understand their emotions, those who want to understand the emotions of others, those looking to increase their emotional intelligence. And if you'll remember from the What Are Feelings video, there are 5 key components to emotional intelligence. It's used for therapists and counselors, teachers and educators, and parents and caregivers. So anybody can use the feelings wheel, because the more people that can understand their feelings, the better off we're going to be in terms of communication and relationships. So how do I use it? So I'm going to work through an example with you. You and your partner talk on a Monday about the weekend, and you say, hey, we should do something Saturday. And they say to you, yeah, that sounds good. So you have it in your head that Saturday you guys are going to go out and do something. The week goes by, you don't talk about it, and then on Friday you mention, hey, what are we doing this weekend? And your partner says, oh, I'm going out with a friend tomorrow. And you say, what do you mean? I thought we had plans. And they say, no, we talked about it, but we never made any specific plans. So I thought that, we weren't doing anything. So you get very angry because you expected to go out. And you look at all the different words to see if you can identify what it is you're actually feeling. Next, you decide to go to the anger definitions on my webpage to see if you can identify what this is. Frustrated kind of makes sense, because you are annoyed or irritated due to an obstacle. But that's not quite it. You're definitely annoyed. You're mildly irritated by a disruption or inconvenience. Sure. You're not necessarily discouraged, irritable. You're definitely feeling a little bit of annoyance or discomfort, but caused by repeated irritations. Maybe not that. You're not aggravated or furious. You're not envious, jealous, or bitter. So it's none of those. So you go up to the top and you look over those. Disrespected, maybe. Feeling devalued or unimportant due to a lack of respect. Maybe. You're not feeling humiliated or ridiculed. So you go over to let down. Disappointment or sadness when expectations or trust in someone or something are not met. That definitely makes sense. And resentful kind of makes sense too. Anger or bitterness from feeling wronged or treated unfairly. So it could be either of them, and maybe it's both. What do you do after identifying your feeling, whether it is let down or resentful? You recognize where it's showing up in your body by doing your body scan. You understand what triggered it. by thinking about the situation that occurred. You let yourself feel it without pushing it away. And you employ your coping tools. So in this situation, you choose to either journal, do deep breathing or meditation, or some type of physical activity like going for a run. So you go back to your feelings wheel after you have taken time to sit and reflect. And you identified resentful as the feeling that was most accurate. Resentful means unmet expectations, poor communication, feeling neglected, and unresolved conflicts. And you realize that all of these have been going on in your relationship for a while now. So what do you do next? You have to make a choice. What do you want to do with this feeling? You've worked through it, you've identified it, you understand where it's coming from, you validate it for yourself. And now you choose. Do you want to address this with your partner? Do you want to explain to them what you're feeling and why? Do you choose to be silent all day and sit in your self-righteousness? You're angry and you have a reason to be angry with them, so you're going to make sure they know it. You could make the choice to talk to someone else, like a trusted friend, about the situation, to make a plan for how to move forward and what you want to do. You could even choose not to do anything at all. This is why I always say that it's okay to have the big feeling. It's what you do with it that matters. The choice that you make will determine the ultimate outcome. So afterwards, whatever you chose to do, you review the outcome. How did you choose to handle your big feeling? What went well? What would you do differently next time? What can you learn from this experience? And the most important part is to keep practicing. This is not an easy process, and we're not going to get it right all the time. We may never get it right for the first 10 times. We're still learning and growing, and that's why it's so important to keep practicing these skills, to work through them, and then review afterwards to see if it's in alignment with your values and who you want to be. So what are the benefits of using the feelings wheel? You learn how to identify different feelings. It can help you to improve your communication. It can help you to understand yourself better. It encourages self-acceptance and growth. And it supports effective decision making. Feelings wheel can be very helpful as you grow in your language, in your communication skills, in your coping tools. Just knowing what you are feeling can make all the difference in what happens next. So now you know what the feelings wheel is and how to use it based on the example. If this is all new to you and you've never learned any of this before, that's okay. Like most of us didn't. And our parents or caregivers didn't have the language or knowledge to be able to explain this to us. The key is to keep practicing and using these skills over and over again until you feel comfortable with them, because we're not going to get it right all the time. First time, second time, third time, as long as we keep practicing, because personal growth and self-awareness is hard work and it's not done overnight. So you are absolutely on the right track. And now that you know what the feelings wheel is and how to use it, and it's the first step in my IRULE framework in terms of identifying the feeling, next we're going to start to explore the different feelings, what they are and how they show up in your body and what to do with them. If you're ready to dive deeper, go to the link in my show notes to download your own free feelings wheel as well as the definitions lists. Make sure to like and comment on the video, especially if anything resonated with you or you learned something new. Subscribe so you don't miss anything, and I will see you next time.